Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is George Man and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about Spice and Wolf episode 10. So, what do you think about this week's episode? To be honest, I thought that this week's episode was fantastic, and the main reason for it to being so good, in my opinion, was because it once again showcased Loholo and Lawrence's dynamic and chemistry evolving as the episodes progress, because that's the one thing about this series as a whole is the chemistry between these two protagonists. And I think that this week's episode really showcased just the strong bond that they have with each other, especially at their lowest when it comes to, the whole thing with Lawrence and him being in debt and the stress that he's been dealing with. And you see how they're able to resolve the miscommunication they had in the previous episode through talking about it like grown-ups, and it really, solidified their growth as characters and their bond as, two individuals that really care for each other, which I thought it was fantastic. Now, before I go any further with this week's episode, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my Spice and Wolf as well as all my anime and manga content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's episode. So this week's episode starts off pretty much where we left out, where Lawrence is, just asking for money. Like, my man is desperate. He's walking around. This person literally throws him a bag of change, and he's just like, hey, keep it. I just never want to see your money, your face again. You don't even have to pay me again. Like, I don't want to see you. Like, don't ever show your face around me. And it's just very, Lawrence is down bad, and he eventually goes back home, and, he's depressed. You can just, I wouldn't blame him. He isn't able to recover all the funds. And you see him go to the inn that him and Holo are staying at, and he's trying to talk to Holo, but she's not having any of that. She tucks herself in the blankets. She doesn't even acknowledge him, and he's just like, hey, I'm gonna probably gamble all the money away that I made, because I only made like 3 million coins, like million, my bad, not 3 million coins, million, like the currency. He's only made 3, and he owns like 47, so there's no way he can pay that. And he's like, I was thinking about just gambling all night and seeing if I could make it all back, but I'm just gonna give you the money, and I'll, you figure it out. And as he's leaving, Holo opens the window, throws the money back at him. It's like, hey, get back up here. And they, Lawrence eventually goes back up there, and they have a nice conversation where she pretty much just tells like Lawrence, like, what are you doing? Like, you fool, you really thought you were gonna leave me? And he's like, yeah, I was gonna give you the funds that I collected, so at least, as I'm being like, entrapped, or become a slave, as he's gonna be put into like the mines and all that for like a decade at least. He's thinking to himself like, what, as maybe as long as you are able to like, get to your destination with the money that I gave you, you should be fine. Don't worry about me. And Holo she's pissed off. She goes off on him, like, how dare you do that? And eventually they reconcile. They hug it out. But it was very interesting how Holo at one point is like, why are you so good natured? And Lawrence is like, it must be my personality. And then Holo gets pissed off, starts like hitting him. It's like, when there's times when people want to hear lies just because it'll make them feel good. And at this point, it was one of those moments, okay? And she's just like pretty much telling him like, so I'm gonna ask you again, why are you so good natured? And then he's like, because I care about you so deeply. And she's like, there you go. See, it wasn't so hard. And then they're hugging, and it's all cute, and why not? And eventually you see Holo just like pretty much tell Lawrence like, hey, I have a scheme, like I have a way to maybe be able to fix this. It's like, and you should be able, let me go with you, because it's partly my fault that nobody's lending you money, because they see you with a woman and nobody wants to lend money to a merchant with a woman. Like, how dare he ask for money when he's taking care of this beautiful chick? Like, the whole thing about like the merchants that they hate that. So she's like, she's partly at fault in that, and she feels like, I gotta go with you, whatever scheme you're doing, I want to be there. So the next morning they go to the person, the debt collector pretty much, and they go there and to that trading company, and Holo's like, hey, we got this, bro, like I got you, like I'm here for you, don't worry about it, we got this. And you see her having a big smile, and she eventually, what comes to it is that Lawrence has this proposition. He's like, literally, I cannot pay you guys back, but I do know one thing. I know that your trading company right now is in shambles as well, because of the whole, you guys messing up with because you guys also invested with the what are they called? Not the weapons, the armor. There you go. You guys are also screwed because of the armor, because yeah, you guys get to keep all the stuff that I own, but you guys don't need armor anyway. You guys want the money. So what Lawrence comes up with is like, how about if we snuggle gold? like from this town to another place that you guys so you guys don't have to worry about the tariffs and all that. And then he's like, are you crazy? Are you nuts? If the church finds out, we're all gonna be like eliminated, like taken care of, arrested and all that. And Lawrence is like, listen, like I have a person. Like, who is this person? Who would ever want to do that? And he's like, this person feels like she's not being paid well at her job. She does not like her job that well, and she would like to get back at her job, for the way that they're treating her. And she's very good at her job. So, and this is a reason for her to be able to escape the town as well, because now it gives her a reason to quit her job, because after doing this job, of smuggling the gold, she would get out of town, and all of us will be scotch-free. We will not have to worry about our debts. And the guy's like, okay, this is insane. I can't believe I'm doing that. It's like, okay, I'll shake your hand. And then as they're shaking their hands, the guy eventually even tells Lawrence, like, okay, but I will come along, because I need to clarify that everything goes well. Like, or I think I don't remember if he says that he'll go along. I think he says that, I'll have somebody look it over, because he does not just want the gold to go. Like, they don't want him to. They want the person that transferred the gold to be there, but they don't want the person that's smuggling them to be the one that transfers it. Like, once it gets to the state line, or something along the lines, if I remember correctly. But what happens is, eventually we're thinking, who is this person? To no one's surprise, it's Nora. And you see that, Hollow and Lawrence are waiting outside of the church. And they're like, oh, what a coincidence. It must be the God's work that we reunite like this. And she's like, even I'm not that fool. Come on. Which I really appreciate. I mean, I really like Nora. And I like how, Lawrence is approaching this whole situation where he's, trying to do her a favor as well. Because how he describes, like, hey, you're not liking the church right now. And let's go out to drink and let's talk about it. And he's just telling her, like, I have this plan. It's about snuggling gold, and you will get paid 20 million silver coins, and you should be set. Like, you only need 1 million silver coin to join your tailoring association, which you want to be a tailor. You want to own your own little shop. With this money, you should be able to pretty much do all of that. So you should be fine. And what happens is, she's contemplating at first. She's like, I don't know. But then, as Lawrence keeps describing, like, you don't like your job. Come on. Like, this is a perfect chance for you to have a fresh start. Nobody would ever find out. Like, we can do this we need you as a shepherd, because you can sneak in the gold, like smuggle it in through your sheep's belly, and no one's going to question that. Obviously, they're going to think, oh, it's just a shepherd, in the middle of nowhere, just doing her job. So this will work great. And after some thinking about it, Nora's like, you know what? I'm down. Like, she just has this determination. She's like, you know what? I have enough of the church's crap. I'm going to do me. And you know what? Props for Nora. Do you, girl. Like, if they don't treat you well, make sure you treat yourself well, So what happens is, how we start closing out the episode is how, they agree to it. They shake hands, and it's like, hey, we got this. And it's like, okay, but remember, if we fail, there's no pay, and we all will probably be disposed of. So this is a very high stakes situation for them. And how the episode ends, we catch up back at the inn, where we see Lawrence talking to Hollow, and he's like, oh, poor Nora, I can't believe she's gonna have to deal with it. And then Hollow's like, you kind of underestimate her, because she's a very, very strong female, very strong young girl, because she is a instead of going with the sheeps, like, and all that, she's like, she dove straight first for, like, the wild animals. Like, she was unafraid. She's pretty much a very brave girl. That's what the Hollow was describing to her. It's like, and I gotta respect that. Even as a wolf, as much as I hate doing that, she is a very, very practical and very what's the word I wouldn't say practical. She's a very talented. There you go. She's a very talented shepherd, and I gotta respect that. Even though I hate shepherds, because I'm a wolf and all that. And that's how pretty much the episode ends. So next week we're gonna see pretty much how this whole Mission Impossible high stakes kind of situation goes down, of them snuggling the gold, which I can't wait for, because it's going to be very, very awesome seeing it play out. As a person that saw the original series, so I can't wait to see it once again be animated with a nicer art style and whatnot. And also seeing more Nora, because Nora is such a cute little adorable character that I want nothing but the best for her, man. Like, she rocks. She deserves the best. But with all that being said, what did you guys think about this week's episode? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys thought it was alright? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Spice and Wolf, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.